That's right. We're going over the Abyss Slain Noelle build. Now, you don't have to use this build just in the Abyss, but this build is going to make you the stalwart protector. She's going to be the last line of defense and an extremely powerful AoE damage dealer at the same time. We're going over the specifics of how to play the build as well, because a lot of you guys have been leaving me questions. How come I'm not doing damage? How come I'm not generating energy fast enough? We're going to answer all that stuff in here for you guys as well. So we're going over my specific build here that I'm using here, and we're going to go over some other different weapons or artifacts that you guys could be using as well. So the weapon I'm using is the White Blind. This is the all-encompassing everything weapon for her. It's going to give you bonus defense percent as the stat, and it's going to give you percent defense and attack from the Infusion Blade here as well, the ability. This is going to do two things for you. It's going to give you better shields, better healing, and better damage all at the same time. You're going to want to supplement this with critical hit chance, critical hit damage, as well as geo damage from your artifacts. This is the weapon that's give you a lot of that defense and attack, and it's going to give you that raw stat that you then amplify and multiply by other damage multipliers. Now, in addition to this, a lot of you guys have been asking me, how come I'm not doing that much damage? I have my Elemental Burst leveled up. My Elemental Burst is level 10, level 12, level 15, level 85. How come I'm not doing damage with my normal attack? And that is because you still have to level up your normal attack. Because when you're Elemental Bursting, when you're spinning with your charge attack after your Elemental Burst, or use your normal attack, you're still using the multiplier on your normal attack. The stuff that you guys see here with the skill attributes, the Elemental Burst damage and the skill damage, that is from when you activate it. That's the first and the second hit of her Sweeping Time activation. So you will peel back with it, it'll explode behind you, and then she does that first sweep in front of her. That's what you're seeing here on those two damage multipliers. This is really here for the 85% at level 13 defense to attack percent bonus there. Now, you don't have to have her at C6 for this build. It will give you more damage, but you're still, the focus of this build is the healing in conjunction with the damage. You have just as much healing, so a little bit less damage there. We've covered that as well. If you haven't checked that video out, we'll have all of those down in the description for you guys on the Noelle channel here. I guess we're becoming a Noelle channel, who knows here. But make sure you level up both of these. You want the normal attack as well as your Elemental Burst leveled up. Artifact selection. Retracing Bolide. This is what you become. This is how you become the one-stop shop for being a tank, being a healer, and being a damage dealer all at the same time. So this is going to be awesome. The Retracing Bolide two-piece here affects only her because she's the one wearing it. So while you have the two-piece on, all your shields, your crystallization shields, and her elemental skill shield will be increased by 35% on Noelle. That's awesome, because if you wanted to get out there and bruise for you, this is going to make her very tanky. It's going to make her shields that much better. The four-piece here is while protected by a shield, so it could be her own elemental skill, or it could be a crystallization shield, which she's going to generate a ton of while she's elemental bursting, because she is constantly doing geo damage. So you're hitting slimes, you're hitting shields, you're hitting whatever, you're going to be generating those shield crystallizations. Pick those up, and that also gets affected by that two-piece. And you're also going to be doing 40% more normal and charge attack damage right there. So this is going to be the set. This set is amazing for it. It gives you the defensive capabilities for her and the offensive capabilities at the same time. Now, what you're looking for stat-wise, you're going to be heading over my circlet here. This could be different for you. It could be a crit damage circlet, but what you want to have access to is you want to have critical hit rate, like I said before, and critical damage. So you want to hit like 50%, 100% crit damage, 50% crit rate, somewhere around there. Like the 2-to-1 ratio is a good place to start. So don't have like 20% crit hit rate and 200% crit damage. That's a 10-to-1 ratio. You want more crit rate in that circumstance there. So aim for something that looks very similar to like this, 52%, 113%. Hey, that's not too bad there. That way you can get in there. I still need to improve this stuff, but 50% of the time, I'm going to hit for 113% more damage. So that's very strong there and allows you to bruise very successfully. Now, for stats on my individual artifacts, I know you guys like to see that stuff as well, even though you could see the entire stats of the character and kind of surmise what my artifacts are. Crit damage percent here, crit rate up here. Like I said, you could flip-flop these ones. I'm getting a lot of crit damage substat. If you had a crit damage circlet at the main stat, you want a lot of crit chance substat there. The goblet here, Geo Goblet is amazing here. It's going to affect the damage that you do with all of her stuff, especially while you're elemental bursting. That's going to help you out a ton. We got some crit hit right there as well. A little bit of energy recharge here and there, but I'm not really aiming for defense percent. If it shows up, awesome. The two important things, crit rate, crit damage, as said before. Defense percent sands here, awesome. It's going to increase your shields, increase your heals, and it's going to give you that extra damage during your elemental burst there. Now, if you're not C6 or something like that, You're not going to get as much damage as if you had a 58% attack stance here, but you're still going to gain a large considerable amount. Like I said before, if you haven't seen it already, we've gone over all the math on that stuff in the, I don't even know what that video is called. I think it's the God Noelle Build video. Make sure you check that one out. But we've got some energy recharge, crit damage there. That's fantastic. This one here, we're trying this one out. I also have this feather here for some crit chance, crit damage. Back and forth. I don't know. Got the raw stats here. Got a little bit of crit damage here. A little bit more crit hit chance. I think I like this one better, so I was just gonna put that one back on. And then we have the flower here. Crit chance, crit damage, a little bit of defense percent. But like I said, crit chance, crit damage, those are the two things for substats you're focusing on this character. You get some energy recharge, that's fine. If you get some defense percent, that's fine too. But aim for those other two crit stats. Those are priority number one. So you're good on the setup, but what about the party? What do you need? What makes a good party for her? So you're going to want one thing that's going to be another Geo character. There's a twofold reason for this. The first reason, elemental resonance. That's nice. It's going to make you more resistance to being interrupted. Awesome. And then when protected by a shield, increases your attack damage by 15%. That's not attack percent. It's not like the fervent flames. It's like an additional 15%, sort of like the gladiator set or the retracing bullite set that we're using there. So 15% more normal attack, charge attack damage. That's pretty much what that's going to do there for you. That's a nice thing to have. But the real reason you want another Geo character is for that additional elemental particle generation. Now, which Geo character you guys use doesn't really matter here. You kind of want them there for these two things. And any of them are pretty good there. You can even use the main character one, not in Anemo mode, but in Geo mode here. So you can use Albedo, Zhongli, Ningguang, the main character. Those are all fantastic support Geo characters, and they all bring something unique to the table, right? Albedo does damage off the field. Zhongli has additional crowd control and does a tiny bit of damage off the field. Ningguang has big single target burst damage with her elemental burst into charge attack combo. She also has the wall that you can pass through for a little bit of extra Geo damage increase there. And then the Traveler can drop 2 Geo rocks. And those are all going to help your elemental generation for Geo, because Noelle is notably really bad at doing that. So you want another Geo character. You don't need 4 of them in your party. No, you don't need that many. You just want them in there for the generation of the elemental particles, as well as the elemental resonant bonus. Now, a lot of you have been asking me, how come I cannot generate energy on her? What is this elemental particle thing? This is like a main theme of the game, but when you use an elemental skill and it hits an enemy, it's going to generate these particles. Those particles are going to fly out and boom. Those red ones came right into Klee. That's because she used a pyro skill. Now, the way that those work, TLDR for you real quick, is the character who is active gets more energy than anyone who's not active. And if the character is also a matching element, they get additional ones. So what you really want to do is you want to match the element as well as become the active character to get the most particles. So you want to swap in to get the most particles every single time you use your secondary Geo character skill to just kind of get down in there and make sure that you're absorbing them. And it's going to give you the biggest bonus. Now, the other characters in the back are still going to get some. They're just not going to get as much as the active character. So keep that in mind as you're finagling with your characters in your team composition. A little bit of team play thing. That's pretty much part of every single Genshin Impact team, is that you really need to know this energy generation thing. That's how you see a lot of players getting faster ultimates. Not that they have 500% energy recharge. It's that they know how to finagle with the energy particle system. And in case you didn't know how to work, now you know how it works. If you want to see more stuff, make sure you hit that like button and come in and become a member of the channel, because what do you guys know? Only like 10% of you are actually subscribed that watch the channel. That's crazy. Now, what about secondary weapons? Maybe you don't have access to the white blind. Maybe you crafted a whole bunch of prototype animus early on, and I think that weapon got its name changed. But what are some other weapons that you guys can use while you're waiting for the white blind? I like the white blind. It's the best weapon out there for you guys for the time being. But some other alternatives, if you do have access to them, is if you bought the Serpent Spine, this one's going to be nice. Now, all these other alternatives, they're not going to do exactly the same thing the White Blind does, because the White Blind is the only weapon that really sort of benefits you in every nuance, right? Both offensive and defensive with Noelle, which is what makes her such a good and fantastic bulky bruiser character. But the Serpent Spine is going to be very nice at increasing your damage dealt, get you that extra crit hit rate. It's going to allow you to build up that crit hit rate, crit damage that bit easier. But you're going to be suffering on the defensive side. You're not going to have that defense bonus like the White Blind gives you. You're not going to have that stacking attack and defense bonus, but you will have also the stacking straight up damage bonus that's going to affect you as well. So that's a very fantastic weapon to have access to for her. Now, some other weapons, I get asked about the bell a lot. I do not like the bell on her whatsoever. All it really does is give you HP. It gives you that extra shield, but the way that shields work in this game, you can have multiple shields on, but shields don't stack. So say you had 2 different shields that could protect you from like 1,000 damage each, right? 2 different shields at 1,000 damage barrier. You get hit for 1,000 damage. Both those shields get hit for 1,000 damage, and they both go away. So don't really like the bell that much for that reason. You can work with it, it's fine. If you have access to like any of the energy recharge 4 stars, that could be good. If you're just starting off, the debate clubs, pretty okay as well. And then obviously if you have any of the 5-star weapons, those are okay as well. The best 5-star weapon for her, in my opinion, is going to be the one that's currently on the banner right now, the Skyward Pride. That's a very nice weapon, has energy recharge on it. And then the proc on it does a considerable amount of damage, especially because Noelle is very good at getting defense and attack scaling into her attack. So she gets a very large attack number. You get her some crit hit chance, some crit hit damage, and that proc's going to do quite a lot of damage there for you as well. Now, other artifact sets, guys, there's not really anything that I will ever say is just straight up better than the Retracing Bullite set. This set is just too good for a build like this. The Paladin-esque frontline masterful take on the world build. Divs are too much. We already went over it. Defensive and offensive all in the same set. Now, if you have some Gladiator laying around, this is pretty good as well. It's going to give her that 35% normal attack damage bonus and that 18% attack. But if you compare this Gladiator set to the Retracing Bullite set, Retracing Bullite is 40% normal attack and 40% charge attack damage, which is a fantastic thing there. And then instead of 18% attack, which is okay, really not that big of a deal at endgame, guys, not really anything to really look forward to using, you get the 35% shield strength, which is a massive change to how bulky she can be and withstanding a lot of damage out there in Genshin Impact. But if you don't have it, feel free to just throw in the Gladiator set for the time being while you're working on the other set, the Retracing Bullite set, because this set is just something that you really want to work towards for this character specifically. Now, the 2 most important constellations for her is the first one, I have your back, I got your back. This is going to increase the proc rate of her heals to 100%. This is going to get rid of one of her big weaknesses, which is her heals are RNG, right? 50% chance to heal, maybe a little bit less than that, and it scales up as you level up her elemental skill. But this one makes it straight up 100%. If you have a burst and her elemental skill active, boom, you're healing up, no RNG involved whatsoever. Then obviously the last one is Must Be Spotless C6. Now this one is incredibly powerful, but it's overstated to the point where I see people say Noelle can't be used at all unless you are Constellation 6, because this gives 50% of your attack or your defense to your attack there, which is incredibly powerful there. But don't forget that you also get a substantial amount of attack from your defense based on leveling up your talent here. Now this one's level 13, but the level 10 talent, I do believe, is like 76% of your defense to your attack. That is still incredibly powerful there. And if you want all the math behind that, like I said, there's too many videos on this channel for us to go into that detail on this video. Make sure you check that one out for my math lords out there. But this still is incredibly powerful. And then the other one that's pretty cool is To Be Cleaned. If you time this one right, which is pretty easy to do, if the breastplate duration expires or it gets blown up, it's going to do 400% attack of geo damage to surrounding opponents, which is very, very strong. People don't talk about this one all too often, but it's really good. So her breastplate lasts 12 seconds. Her elemental burst lasts 15 seconds. So as long as you pop breastplate, like right after you pop sweeping time, you're guaranteed for this to go off during sweeping time, which means you're gonna have that big attack bonus. And then when that blows up, you're gonna look for those 30K, 40K, 50K crits from your breastplate just shattering. It's super huge. That's a lot of burst damage, and it's not that hard to time at all. Really, you just use breastplate right after you sweeping time, and you're good to go there, just because of the durations of those 2 effects. So we're gonna come in here. Noelle is the star of the show here. We do have a little bit of support. We have Klee for some extra energy recharge. Remember, she gives energy recharge when she lands critical hits, so she's built that way. Bennett is in here as well, doing Bennett stuff. And Albedo is going to allow us to do just a little bit extra damage. So we're going to pop this up. Remember, you want to stack your white blind first before you get in here with your... Can I get my energy? Thank you. That's one of the hardest parts about this floor, Noelle, is you constantly get your energy zapped. You get your energy zapped when you have Electro on you. So this guy's trying to... You want to jump, bro? You want to jump, bro? You want to jump on me, D? Oh, man. All right, so we're looking like we're doing pretty good here. Try to get Bennett ult back. There it is. Got our ult back. Pretty nice. Remember, we're trying to absorb energy particles with Noelle to help us out there. Oh, is this our only dude left? Where you going, bro? Chop him in half. Just like that. Chop him in half. It's that time again. It's time for the part I hate the most. The defend the towers. They're gonna ignore me the whole time. They're just gonna attack the tower. I'm telling you right now. That's all they're gonna do. They're gonna go. They're gonna zoom right into the tower, man. Like they've never zoomed before. Operation Zoomer. This guy right here. Don't be an Operation Zoomer, my dude. I should have dropped his burst. You want to not be an Operation Zoomer, bro? I'm literally standing right in front of you, my dude. Can you please attack me? So the game plan here, hopefully we can get out, is we're just going to stand on this thing and we're going to spin. I'm really bad at this part. Please do not play the game like this. Don't do it. Noelle's being the best mate she knows how to be. Listen, look at this dude. No. No escape for you, bro. No escape for you, bro. Get out of here. He just zoomed right in the middle. He hit me on accident. He was trying to hit the crystal. Noah, the victory post. Doesn't get better than that. All right, so since this is the third floor of the Abyss, it's probably Fatui, although this might be like the double assassin floor, actually. I think this might be the double assassin floor. So, oh no, it's the double mage's floor. Maybe there's 2 assassins at the end. Oh, I messed up. I popped my thing too quick. I didn't stack my white blind stacks. I was getting a little ahead of myself. Did you really just... I'm just going to spin on over, dude. I'm going to spin on over. Spin on over. Good. Thank you. I needed you to do that. You outplayed yourself. Oh, my ults are taking so long to come back. There we go. Did you just spin into me? Where did you go? Why would you do that? Stop draining my energy. Oh, you're so rude. Double plant. Okay. Oh, no, there are 2 assassins. Okay. I'm not an idiot. Maybe I am, but at least I was right about the assassins. Who knows? Ooh, she about dead. Here. Let's let Noelle... Come here. Oh my goodness. They are draining my energy like I've never seen anyone drain energy in my entire life. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now die. Just get spun on, dude. Spin again. They call me Mr. Spin again. All right, you dead. Oh, I didn't crit. Okay, now he's dead. Mr. Spinnigan. That's what they call him. All right, these kids should not be in here on floor 12 fighting these guys. But you know what, guys? We're going to do it anyway. So let's see what we can do here. See if we can make it happen. Hey, where you going, bro? Why you so rude, my dude? Where you going, my dude? Where you going, my dude? Wait, why you leaving? Where you going? Come back. Come back, bro. I'm on my platform. You can't... Nothing can stop me on my platform. Will you stop? Come here. Bruh. He doesn't know what to do. Oh my goodness. Will you come back here? Will you stop? Will you stop flying away? Oh, you're so dead now. I've had it with you. I'm gonna cut you up. I'm gonna cut you up. I don't care. I'm gonna stand under it. I don't care. I don't care. Who do you think you are, dude? I don't care. This is capital me not caring, all right? So we messed it up a little bit. Kind of flew away. And when you make the memes work, sometimes the dreams work. Sometimes they don't, though, you know? So we're gonna pepper this dude with some damage here. Noelle's ult's ready to rock and roll. An elemental iframe through that. Make him jump. Put the thing here on top of him. Blow this up. No crits again. No crits again for our hero. As always. Nah, not today, sir. I'm just gonna spin. I'm just gonna spin on you, bro. I'm gonna spin. We do have a geo damage bonus here on this floor, but So 12 is giving us that geo damage bonus, but remember, it's just because it's 75% geo damage increase, it doesn't mean it's increasing your damage by 75%. For me, in my gear and the stats that I showed you, it's giving me like a 32-ish% damage increase, which is going to be very similar to what's going to be increasing your damage in patch 1.3, which is going on with the geo characters and the geo resonance changes. So very similar to that, not as strong, but almost there. So very powerful nonetheless. So let's kind of work our energy up here. Cool. And then finish him off with Noelle here. Got our stacks on white blind. Now we're just gonna spin a Reno. We're gonna try to stay in the Bennett buff and spin a Reno. Now those damage numbers, you're like, oh, those are only 15, 16k during bonus. That's not very strong. Remember, she's hitting 2 times in a massive, wide-reaching AOE per second. That's a lot. So that's like 40-something thousand DPS just off her alone. So that's something to look forward to in patch 1.3. It's very nice. She always takes that victory spin at the end. You gotta love Noelle. Final floor for our beloved maid. I don't even remember what's on this floor, actually. Oh, it's these dudes. Okay, I'll take the hits. It's fine. Why are these dudes all over this floor? I don't understand. All right. You want to party, bro? We'll party. Probably shouldn't have dropped Bennett ult so fast. I thought I was gonna get my ult faster. We'll party. I'll just spin to win. Where you going, dude? You can't leave, dude. The party's just started, my son. Dash, I dare you. I dare you. I double D dog dare you, bro. Don't run. Where you going, son? Don't make me hit you with the flower bomb. Did I get him? Oh, God, I hit him for like 50k. He got cut. He got judo chop, you know? Oh, man, dude. So Noelle can be that catch-all unit for you. She's not going to be the #1 damage dealer, but she is going to be that character that can just withstand everything. You can close your eyes and destroy them all, heal your team back up to full, and do very consistent and constant AoE damage for you in Genshin Impact. If you want to see more stuff like this, guys, go ahead, click that like button, and make sure you subscribe for more, because like I said, there's only like 10% of you that actually are subscribed to the channel that do enjoy and watch the content. I want to see you guys' comments down in the comment section with your smiling faces. Tell me what your favorite thing about Noelle is, or what the thing you hate about her the most is, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.